Le voina chuan chapter 3 kan lo zir chhun zo manga part 2 data handling part 2 kan zirang o kan zir tur masa ber chu chance and probability chance le probability ki chiang taka kan thia manga ya chumi tur chuan hi kan ti masa phot don ani tell whether the following is certain to happen impossible can happen but not certain an hnuaya enge situation sang sang aron da dona chung te chu certain to happen thleng nge tur mo impossible thleng theilo top can happen but not certain a thleng theya ma se ani kherlo mai thei tiang khan thil chi thumin kan thlia sang don ani number 1 you are older today than yesterday nimin ai chuan voina chuan ilo upata sota chu chu thil chiang sa ni tero chu wangin he hi chu certain to happen mo chiang sa dot lea a tossed coin will land heads up coin hi heads le tails nei angin an soi china tero malam le hnung lampang chau kha nei ta ni kan toss reng reng chuan enge mo zo zo kha chu aron enge ni achung lama ron lang don ti kan sia amai ro chu heads zo nge tails zo kha kan she chiang lovani tero chu wangin hemi category hi chu can happen mo thleng the but not certain ma se chiang lo ti khan kan chang le thei ta ni number 3 a die when tossed shall land with 8 on top die kan ti chu dice kan sia tero face paruk nei ang chi kha khatyang kha a singular anita a die kan ti khe chuan tosta ila kan sia da kan siat angin face paruka nei ta ni tero chuwang chuan side paruka nei ta a chuwangin a face tina khan 1 te 2 te 3 4 5 6 te inziak ta a chuwangin dice kha thro ringot po ni ta ila 8 khi chu aron chhuangai na omlo shim shim chan chu 6 thleng chaw oma wangin chuwangin he hi chu impossible kan tiang number 4 tomorrow will be a cloudy day naktu ka hian chhuma jing choi don chu chu chiang lo tero a thleng thei ani it can happen but a chiang lo it is not certain so we can write it as can happen but not certain mo tikhan situation sang sang kha alo omta ni chance kha soifia kan tum masa anga let us toss a coin 10 times and write down our observations in a table. H for head and T for tail. Nijina kan soy ang khan coin kan lo toss ta ani. Tichuan voice som lo toss ta ila hehi ina in lo tivet chin theya. Tichuan avoi khat na khan head le tail khachu in assign mayanga nang ma ni khan. Tichuan voice som in hanti khan aron lang lampang achung lampang zo ka kha head ron lan chuan h ti kan zia ka nga tail ani chuan t ti kha kan ziak don ani mo chu chu tiang ang chuan voice som kan ziak thla don ti na ni chu kan to sapiang khan aron lang lampang kha h amo t amo kha kan ziak zel don ta ni clearly we can see that our observations show no clear pattern ti chuan han ina in lo ti chinanga in voice som kan tos dona tero ti chuan kan tos apia nga aron lang lampang achung lam aron lang apia nga kha h ani chuan head aron lan chuan h kan ziaka tail ani chuan t kan ziak ta ti khan h t mo ti khan kan mu chwa dana kha chu ein anglo kan tos ta na zir te po anianga chu wang chuan pattern big follow khani chuang mia lo ta ni mo h dota t ron omanga t dota h ron omlenga ti kha ommia lo achangin h kha voi thum te poron omnon mai the t kha voi li voi nga po ron omnon mai the tero pattern big eng ma nei lo ta ni when we throw the coin each time the outcome of every throw can be either head or tail tunaka soi ang cha khan a outcome kha mo kan ron mu chwa akha head mo tail mo kha ani thei zelani it is a matter of chance that in one particular throw you get either of these ti chuan chance kan ti taka chu kami kan coin kan to sa piang khan enge mo zok kha chu aron chuak don ti kha chu kan sia ni tero head mo tail mo ron chuak don ti chu kan sia ma se eng zok khange ron chuak tur kha chu asiat lo ta so that is based on the chance kami aron chua thei na chance kha kami kha chance kan ti taka chu ni ta ni ron enge ni achung lama ron om tur kha chu head mo tail mo ani ti chu kan chiang ma se chance a khan aron ni theina chance a khan a in ngat ta chau ta ni mo kan tos ta na zirina mo khami zir khan head mo tail mo kan mu thei ti na engma kha chiang lo tu na ka tos a hian head ron chuak don ani ka ti ngal thei lo tu na hian tail chung lama omang ka ti thei mi lo tero chu aron chua theina akha chance kan ti chu ni ta ni. You can also try this with a die. Die sa chuan it has 6 faces. When you throw a die, can you predict the number that will be obtained? Kanin khel china tero dice mang chuan thil sang enge ludo te snakes and ladders te po in lo in khel chin mai theya khatyanga khan dice in throw khan eng number nge ron chuak tur kan she lok ngai mi alawani tero 1 ron om thei 2 ron om thei 5 ron om thei 3 ron ni thei 6 thleng khan om thei ani mase eng ber khange asiat thei lawa wangin it is a matter of chance mo chance a khana in ngat ta ni eng ber khange ron chuak tur ti akha chu chance kan ti om ja chu ni ta ni dorlia probability. We know that when a coin is thrown, it has 2 possible outcomes, head or tail, and for a die, we have 6 possible outcomes. He chu ni china kan soi to ang thau khan coin kan throw chuan outcome panni anei theya head mo tail mo ni a ti chuan dice kan throw pon possible outcome ron chuak theya kha paruk kan neya kan ti a tro. We also know that for a coin, head or tail is equally likely to be obtained. This one coin kan throw pon head mo tail mo aron ni thei na chance kha a in ang rengani a in ang kan ti taka chu ta khian equally likely ti kan ti khini ta ni that head mo tail mo kan achung lama aron om thei na I kami aron om thei na kha a in ang che ani more equally likely ti chu. We say that the probability of getting H or T head or tail is 1/2 for each. Omza chu total outcome kha panni an kan nei thei ta ni tro head mo tail mo ni ta a ta khan a probability chu kami total outcome kha 2 ni ta a chuan kan outcome possible outcome kha chu 1 ani ta ni tero head mo tail mo ni wangin chu wang chuan a probability chu 1/2 kan tianga adot le a hian a formula nen kan soi fiang. For a die, probability of getting either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 is equal. That is, for a die, there are 6 equally likely possible outcomes. Nitina coin kan soi ang thau khan dice kan throw chuan kami 1 mo 2 mo 3 mo 4 mo 5 mo aron chwa theina kha equally likely anita a possible outcomes chuak theidin monading mo katyang kha they are all equally likely. We say that each of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has 1/6 probability. A probability to 1/6 ani kan ti a chumi omja chu number of kan aron chuak tur mo favorable outcome divide by possible outcome chuak theidin monading kha paruka omta a so we get 1/6. So here we have probability equal to number of favorable outcomes by number of possible outcomes. Probability kan zon don reng chuan chemi formula hi kan mang to don ta ni number of favorable outcomes kan ti chu chuak ron chuak tura kan du akha azat akha anita ni entinan dice kan lo thota a 4 ron chuak tur chuan 1 ani don ta tero a number rakha chu kami adai sa number in chuzat ni lovin a number of favorable outcome kan du zata zo ka kha anita ni divide by number of possible outcomes ta khian outcome ron om thei zat possible outcomes su paruka om ta chuwang chuan we get 1 by 6. Okay, so probability equals to number of favorable outcomes by number of possible outcomes. Example kan enang, there are 6 marbles in a box with numbers 1 to 6 marked on each of them. Box a hian marble paruka om ta a marble tina khan number 1 changa 6 ki an ziak ta cheu ta a tero. Sub number A, what is the probability of drawing a marble with number 2? Number 2 aron chwa the ina probability enge ni ang nitina kan formula ha kan mangdo na ni probability of drawing a marble with number 2. Number marble a kan number 2 in ziak ron chwa the ina probability chu number of favorable outcomes by number of possible outcomes ki ka kimi ki kan mangle anga number of favorable outcomes chu 2 ron chwa the ina tur number kha chu voi khat chawani ta tero chan chu marble paruka oma takan number 1 2 3 4 5 6 a shan cheu nen ziaka chuta 2 kan lak chwa the ina chance tur kha kan zong don ta ni a probability a no chuan number of favorable outcome chu 1 alo nyanga possible outcome chu achunga khan marble paruka oma wangin kan lak chwa the zata ka chu paruka ni ta a chu wangin the probability will be 1 by 6. Tunami question chunzom na khan, what is the probability of drawing a marble with number 5? Anile marble number 5 in ziak kami kan lak chwa the na probability enge ni vele ta ang nichin ang tho khan probability of drawing a marble with number 5 equals to number of favorable outcomes by number of possible outcomes kan tilenga. So number of favorable outcomes ka 1 alo nga number of possible outcomes to 6 takyan boy lo tur with number 5 ati wangkhan achunga khan 5 ti zia tur lam ni lovin kami 5 marble a 5 chuang ka pakhat chaw oma wangin chumi wang jok chuan takhian 1 ki kan zia kang A coin is flipped to decide which team starts the game. What is the probability that your team will start? Coin and flip ta a mo game enge moni kan khel don ta a ti chuan tunge chan nang mo eng team zok eng nge chanang ti shetur khan coin khan flip don ta ni chumi ni chuan what is the probability that your team will start ani chuan nangma ni team kha in a start zok tu tur in ni theina probability ka han zong te ati a mo we know a coin has two faces, head and tail. He chu kan soi ngun to kan soi to lawang. Now one team can choose either head or tail. Ti chuan kan assign lok sa chin ta tero head lam ani chuan nangnin in chananga tail lam ani chuan kenin kan chanang amo khate khan kan han ti ta a chuwang chuan the kami team pakhat khan head amo tail amo ka an han choose ta a. Therefore, probability that our team starts first equals to nitina probability formula thau number of favorable outcomes by number of possible outcomes. That is 1 by 2. Since the coin has two faces, number of possible outcomes will be 2 and number of favorable outcome katsu head amo tail amo ni wangin you get 1. So the probability is 1 by 2.